Hi everyone! Welcome to René Paris. How are we today? But I'm super excited today to show you some of my styles that I've never shown before. Goodness, there's just so many things I could show you, but today we're going to talk about beginner's tips. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Dani. I am Daniella. I am education with René Paris. And again, our tips today are going to be very basic, but please remember that it's very important to me for me to say, I had someone say, I feel like some of the questions that I'm asking are kind of silly, or never is a question silly, or should you not ask a question. Please remember that when you're working with someone, it's very important for you to ask. I still write things down. I want to have a list of the things that I want to go over. I have a list of the things that I want to ask. So there's nothing wrong with that. I love questions when I'm sitting there with someone. So I'm going to start off just really quickly. I know we've done a lot of tutorials about what to do when you get a wig out of a box. How do you style it the very first time? Styling, products. I mean, there's so much information to go over. Today, I want to focus on just a few things that I know that usually when I'm helping someone, whether it be fashion or medical, some of these questions they've never even thought of. I know when I first started wearing a wig over 25 years ago, when they asked me one of these questions, I was like, never thought of that. Never even thought of that. It was wonderful. It actually changed my life. And then later, when I started working, the designer that I work with, one of the designers, she asked me the same thing. And I go, I would have never thought of doing that. And I kid you not, it changed me as a person, and it changed my career. So I'm really excited to share those with you. Today, I love what you're wearing now. Yes, this is a wig. Isn't this great? This is from our Orchid line. This is Envious. I'll take it off in just a minute. Thank you. This is like when people ask me what's my dream length and density, this would be it. I have a couple wigs that I'm going to show you that are this length and kind of this cut. What I love about this one is this is high heat friendly. And then I'll go over my other style from the Alexander Collection that is not high heat, but just as beautiful. Okay, so my first question is going to be, when I'm talking to someone, is this going to be for medical or fashion? And the reason that's important to me as the professional that's helping you, or if you're watching this is important because if you're looking for a medical wig, then there are going to be different foundations. And there's different comfort levels, if you will. All our foundations are beautifully crafted, designed, and made. However, there are different features that all these wig caps have, foundations. And if you want in-depth information on all the foundations, please go to our YouTube channel. I have videos. Abby, our alopecia ambassador, Alexander has videos from their different perspectives. And they're very important because according to each individual, I'm an everyday wig wearer, but I fall underneath, well, first of all, education. And number two, I'm coming from wearing a wig for fashion. I did wear a wig for a long time because I was having medical problems and I lost my hair. So my situation back then was different. However, now I choose to wear wigs. My hair has grown back. It's not ever been quite the same. And actually, I'm going to start in a couple weeks posting some of my journey again because I'm losing it again. And there are reasons that I'm going to thin or possibly lose it all. So I'll be posting that on my personal Instagram at Texas Wig Fairy. However, temporary hair loss means that your hair is going to grow back. So you could look at something that is machine made. You could look at something that's synthetic or human, and I'll go over that in just a minute. Long term means that you will be losing your hair. Abby, our beautiful Abby, she has been wearing wigs since she was about 2 to 3 years old. She rocks wigs. She is our wonderful alopecia ambassador. So if you want to view her video, she shares how she made the decision and how she chooses wigs, because her hair, her journey is long-term, meaning that she'll be wearing wigs and has been since 2 to 3 years old. If it is, I was talking to my sister earlier, and there's either temporary, long-term, or in the middle, you're not really sure, meaning like my sister suffered from what I call COVID hair loss. She had COVID 3 times. Thank goodness she's good. However, she did lose her hair, so we've been looking for different options for her. And so this is very, very important whenever you're communicating with the individual that's going to be helping you. And there are reasons, and I'll tell you in just, I'll go more into depth why. The other is, if you're not sure, like if you have an area in your hair where you just feel like you're losing it, it could be stress, it could be medication, you're not really sure. It could be, as I mature, I'm losing more hair. There's so many different factors. But the reason I'm saying that is when you're working with someone, they're gonna consult you and they're gonna look at your hair. I always just, we sit down, talk to the individual, and want to know where they're losing hair, because if you are not having hair loss or it's not long-term, you feel like it's just an area like alopecia areata, there are toppers that are available. So I'm just going to show you one topper. This is the bottom of the topper here. What this means is this is designed, if you look really closely, this looks really close to this, but this was designed to look like Ivana from one of our other collections. But what this is, this clips in on the top of your hair. So if you just need fullness, or if you just need hair in through this area, if you're just wanting a little bit of color change, if you're just needing something in between salon visits, a topper might be a perfect alternative for you if you still have enough hair to blend in with the topper. So these are questions that I know a lot of times when someone comes in, or wherever we're doing work on location, we're sitting down with someone and we're asking these questions, and a lot of times they've never been asked those questions. So it's very important for me to go over those, because I know a lot of times when you're first looking at yourself, you feel like a full wig is the only alternative you have, and that's wonderful. There are so many different options. However, we do have people that come in and they're not really sure what direction they need to go. So I wanted to go over that because it's very, very important. There are so many different colors and selections available in full wigs and in toppers. Now, when you're trying to decide about a wig, like whether I want synthetic or human hair, it's very important also to determine whether or not you're going to feel more comfortable with human hair or synthetic. Human hair is going to be just like our human head of hair, meaning that you're going to have to maintain it just like our own human, like a human head of hair. It's going to react to the element just like our hair would in humidity, snow, rain, whatever the case may be. Synthetic is going to be ready to wear, and synthetic has more colors readily available. That's why we call it ready to wear, because those pieces are going to be ready out of the box. So I'm going to show some of those styles in just a minute. And the other biggest difference, especially for beginners, the biggest difference between synthetic and human hair are going to be the price points. So human hair is going to be on the higher end as far as price. The ready-to-wear synthetics, whether it's high heat or your regular synthetic, those are going to be what I like to call more affordable glamour, meaning that all these are going to be wonderful. They're going to be different price points for where your needs need to be met. So please keep that in mind. Human hair, you can use your human hair products. Synthetic, you're definitely going to want to use your René Paris products, and I know you've seen me talk about those. I'll show you those in just a minute as well. So once you decide whether you're going to want human hair or synthetic, the most important thing for you to do from there is start thinking about your style, the style that you're going to want to wear. And this is important because when you go in and you're visiting with someone, the most important thing is that we understand, especially if you've never worn a wig before, we understand that it's very, it can be overwhelming. I have people that I'm sitting with, and I know they're really, really nervous about what I'm asking, what they're going to have to do. Is it going to be complicated? Are they going to remember it? There's just so much information you're having to take in. I understand that. So do a lot of the wig professionals that we work with. I can confidently say that there are so many people that are so great at doing this. Please remember, if I forget to go over this in a little bit later, please remember you can go to reneaparis.com. You can enter your location wherever you're at, and we are across the globe, except Antarctica, I believe. We are everywhere. We can find you someone closest to you, and it doesn't have to be in-house necessarily. In the past couple years, we've become so used to communicating and helping people virtually. I've been doing virtual consultations for over 4 years. So this is something that's very, very common. And if not, why don't you, if you find someone that you're really comfortable with, ask them if they'll just FaceTime you. There's so many different ways to communicate with someone, through text, Zoom, FaceTime. There's just so many different options. But I know there are so many people in every state that are so willing to help you, whether you decide in-house or online. The other thing that I do want to stress, this is very, very important, and I know a lot of times it doesn't make sense, but this is very, very important. If you want one-on-one time, one-on-one attention, one-on-one answers to your questions, it is very, very important to make an appointment. Most of your wig professionals are licensed professionals. I would say, not most of them, I would say all of them are licensed. If not, ask if they're licensed. That way, when you need your hair cut, they're prepared to help you. And if you need any steaming or anything else as far as modification and personalizing it, making it more like you, they can help you. I get that question all the time. Why does a person need an appointment? These people, like myself, we're licensed hairstylists just like everyone else. As far as hairstylists, we do hair, we do color, we do custom wigs, we cut, and we do require an appointment because we stay booked. We literally do stay booked pretty much all the time, especially around the holidays. So it is very important for you to ask if you can definitely make an appointment, whether it's in-house or virtual. Okay, now after you've chosen a few styles, and if you can think of anything, make sure that you just, if you'll send me a message, I can try to get to those because there's a lot that I want to cover, but I don't want to forget anything. When you're looking at styles, the one thing that I remember being asked, and I was just a little dumbfounded because I had never thought about it, they asked me, do you want to look like your everyday self? Meaning, do you want the look that you're used to seeing, meaning color and style, or would you like something entirely different, like dream hair? And I thought, dream hair? I can have dream hair? I never thought of that. I never even thought I could have dream hair. My hair was never great, really. It was never that great. So when someone said I could have dream hair, I thought, what does that mean? Keep in mind, I'm like 23, really, really nervous, thinking, so does that mean I can pick any hair? And realistically, in wig world, yes, you can pretty much pick anything. So I was going through some photographs in a magazine, and they said for me to just clip the magazine clippings back then. Now it's so much easier, but you could do a screenshot. You could take a pic. If you don't know how to do a screenshot, you can take a picture of if you're looking at an iPad, wherever you're looking at the photograph, you can take a photograph in it. And I always tell people, bring me at least three 3 different styles that you would love your hair to look like if you do not choose to look like what you usually have. There's nothing wrong with your everyday look. I'm not saying that you need to jump out of the box and try something entirely different. I'm just saying that usually most people don't think about that when they come in. So they're not thinking, I didn't think about that, you know, since I do have, if I am going to lose my hair right now, why don't I think of a style and color that I know that my hair would never have the texture, density, or if it's not strong enough, if you will, to take all that color, chemical coloring, my hair would never, first of all, I didn't have enough hair. Number 2, it just wouldn't color correctly. So please keep that in mind. That makes it easier for the individual, whether you're virtual or in-house, to know where to start helping you. I kid you not, a lot of times we start a consultation and they're so nervous about what to ask me, they can't even remember realistically what they want to see or what they want to try. So please keep in mind that it's always very helpful to have some wish photos, what I like calling, available so that they can help you. Then you want to think about color. So I'm going to show you now. Again, this is probably the length that I would love my hair to always be. Different colors, of course, but this is probably my ideal length. You can still pull it back. You can do so much with it. But when they asked me what I thought my dream hair would be, what I wanted my dream hair to look like, I'm going to show you. So if you've never worn a wig before, another excellent tip is that you want to wear a wig liner to keep your hair in place, whether you're losing your hair, whether your hair's thinning. You know, I have a lot of people that come in, their hair's, they're losing their hair. This helps keep it contained. Or we have, let me show you the 2 different, a wig cap or a wig liner. This is a wig liner. This is in the dark. They come in like a neutral color too. This is mesh, and this is very, very breathable material. This has holes in it. It's round in form. And again, anything that we go over, if you want to go to the René Paris YouTube channel, there's so many different videos that are going to have so much more information. But today it's just going to be a collaboration of just quick tips. Collaboration. We're collaborating with one another. But a just quick overview of the tips that are going to be the best. Okay, so when you say, I want dream hair, this is one of my favorite pieces to wear. I know this is just so not my usual look, but this is one of my favorite pieces to wear, especially if, when we're like doing a show or working with a bunch of artists, because it's just, I love it. My hair would never do this. So this is one of those, when I tell you that I'm looking for dream hair, this is one of those pieces. I love the color, the fact that you don't have to do anything to it. You could go without any type of product. So this is Billy. When you're looking at different foundations, and I'm not going to go over all of them, but I do want to show you lace front. Lace front is going to be hand tied in this area. This is a special feature. This is going to be, the very first piece I showed you was high heat. This is basically the same cut. But if I didn't have to worry about styling, or this is another one of my, favorites. I just love this piece. I know you've seen this. This I have shown before, but this is from the Alexander Collection. The Alexander Couture Collection. Is this not beautiful? This is Zara. This is just a beautiful piece, and this is very, very natural. You can pull this back without having to worry about this looking unnatural. This is lace front. So if you're looking for something where you don't want to have to wear a bang, where you can pull it back and it's going to look really natural, again, this is from the Alexander Couture Collection. Then I wanted to show you high heat. When you're looking at high heat, this is going to be Spellbound. And I just want you to pay attention to, this is a great link. This is, if you want to look back at some of our Instagrams, I put this up in a ponytail. Okay, if you'll pay attention to the style here, this has great layers, great movement. This is a beautiful color. What I love about this style is this is high heat. Okay, this is Spellbound from the Orchid Collection. Let me show you what this style looks like when I curled it. I'm going to show you. This is the same piece curled. And I usually pin this back because when I'm going to wear this style, I usually wear a hat with it. But this is the same style. I just use my flat iron to put a curl in it. Okay, so the beautiful thing about high heat is that when you have high heat, you don't have to worry about this softening in element. So that means that you can straighten it, curl it, but if it rains or if it gets wet, it's going to bead off and you don't have to worry about this curl pattern relaxing. So again, this was Spellbound from our Orchid Collection. That is why that's one of my favorite pieces. Now, if you're looking for something that you can part on the right, the left, or the middle, you're looking for something monofilament. And again, these are just really quick tips if you want an explanation or really in-depth information about all our foundation, all our caps, all our different caps, our foundations, and how they are made, meaning the different features. Please go to our YouTube channel. This is monofilament, and I want to show you. This is another one of my favorite pieces. And if you feel, when you get your piece, if you feel like, and again, when you get your piece, excuse me, I'm trying to remember too many things at one time. These are just out of a box. These are out of the box. I haven't modified these at all. If you want to take away just a little bit of the sheen, you can use a little, I just use a little bit of translucent powder. And I kind of just do this with the little, you could use your hand, a brush, a little powder puff, and I kind of just do this over to just take away a little bit of the shine. But I always tell people you might want to wait before you take shine away, because usually it's going to go away in just a matter. It's going to lessen, not go away, but it's going to look more natural within just days because we're running our fingers through it. Look how beautiful this is. This is Astrid in Illumina R. Isn't this gorgeous? This is just a gorgeous piece. I love the bangs. And again, you can part this on the right, the left, because of the part. And then when you're wearing something monofilament, it's going to lay closer to the head because it's handmade in through this area. So it's going to lay closer to the head. For those of you that don't want a lot of volume, monofilament is going to be a perfect feature in the foundations that you choose. Now, when you're picking color, if there's a particular color like Illumina R that you like, please remember that you can go to reneaparis.com and there's a locator Let me show you if I can pull that up real quick. I'm sorry, I should have had that. But when you go to reneeparis.com, there's so many different, so many wonderful things at our website. You have to visit if you haven't had a chance to do. I'll try to do that on my personal Instagram. Welcome to René Paris. If you've just joined, we're just going over very basic tips today. And before I forget, I do have to answer this question for Laura. Thank you, Laura, for sending me this. And I did ask her if I could say her name. I posted this, or I think I used it on my last live. This is Meadow. Meadow came with a bang. And I honestly cannot, I really did a good job of Meadow. This is from one of our new collections. Well, it's maybe a couple collections back. I'm sorry. Meadow comes in a lot of beautiful colors. What I did was, because I usually don't like a bang in my workday, I took a little bit of spray. I wanted to explain how I made it look like it doesn't have bangs, but it really does. Let me show you the bangs here. These bangs come all the way across. They're beautiful PC bangs. However, I just at work do not like a bang. So all I did was take a little bit of protecting spray. I'm going to go over that just because I don't want to forget to do that. I take just a little bit of spray and I really hold it down like this. And I take a pen and I put it there. And I do the same thing here. And while I'm doing my color, my eyelashes and my lip color and so forth, I pin it like this. And then when I'm finished, I just take it out. And it stays there. And it gives you the look of no bang at all. So again, I had several questions on this piece. Again, this is Meadow. This is available in so many beautiful colors. reneeparis.com if you want to see all the different colors that this is available in, okay? So if you've watched some of my others. Okay, the last piece that I just took off. This is Astrid in Alumina R. Monofilament top. This is from the Alexander Collection. Astrid in Alumina R. Beautiful piece, also available in different colors. Thank you for asking. Okay, so now I want to show you. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, so in the event that you are looking for something, I want to make sure that I've gone over consultation. Okay, so when you do receive a wig and it's out of the box and you feel like it's not going to be ready to go, I want to show you something. A lot of times people get their wigs. This is out of a box. I have done nothing to this wig. I want to show you what I mean when I say this is machine made. This is the very first piece I ever had when I came to work at René Paris, and I just loved it. Okay, so this is Scorpio, and I want to show you something. You see right here? It's like crisscrossed, like it literally looks like crisscrosses when you get it out of the box. And I always have people say that it's just messed up right here. What's wrong with it? This is the way the style comes. And if you look deep in through here, like it looks like you took a little crimper and kind of crimped it. It's supposed to be there. Let me show you why. Yes, I will show Zara in just a minute again. I would love to. Okay, so when you get this, if it's crisscrossed like this, if you don't have a brush, no problem. What you want to do is I'm going to take my little comb and I'm going to comb through that zigzag pattern. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and loosen up the fibers. You can also just shake it, give it a good shake whenever you get a brand new wig out of a box. And I'm going to show you how this helps loosen up the fiber. What happens is when it comes in the box, it's gonna be laying a certain way. Then I always shake it on my head so it kind of just falls where it's going to. Isn't this a beautiful piece? And I pull it behind my ear, and then if you don't have hair here, which I don't, you can just pull a little this, kind of just hold it like that. And kind of just, I don't know how, I'd kind of just do this. And I kind of leave some of the hair there. But is this not a gorgeous piece? This is also from our Orchid Collection. And what I love about this piece is it's not really heavy as far as the amount of hair. And it is a perfect length to where it's not going to rub. Isn't that nice? Okay, so we've gone over when you're looking for color, you're looking for style, are you open to change, needing to make an appointment, how to take care of it when it comes out of a box. If you need aftercare, which is very, very important, please make sure that the individual that's helped you with the pieces goes over that with you. If not, please remember, I understand a lot of times maybe the individual may not be comfortable going over that with you, and I totally understand that. Please remember that you can go to our YouTube channel, you can go back on our Instagrams and look at all the videos that we have there, like our little library, if you will, our channel, so that you can go back and view all the tutorials that we have. There are tutorials on everything that you could possibly think of. I kid you not. And if we haven't made one, then give us the information and we can look over that too. This is Scorpio in Fudge Ripple. Again, I've never shown this style, but this was actually my very first hairstyle, my first crown when I came to work at René Paris. Is this not gorgeous? And this is available in so many different colors. It's so affordable. And let me just tell you, it is ready to wear out of a box. This was out of the box today. Okay, so let me make sure that I went over. Oh, I'm supposed to show Zara. Okay. Then I want to show you another beautiful style that people wanted to see what kind of red I would wear if I would wear red. Okay, so this is Zara. So I was showing, my first piece was Envious. Is this not beautiful? This is Zara from the Alexander Couture Collection. Is this not, this is beautiful. This is just, I mean, I just feel like this is just, with my sisters, listen, I'm stuttering. I can't even handle the glamour. Okay, so this is just a gorgeous piece, lace front. It has a lace part. I love the amount of hair. For someone with my frame, it looks very, very natural. I love the color as well. This is Coffee Latte. Okay, so do I have a few minutes to go over? Yes, I'm going to go over a few alternatives. When you go in and look at pieces and you're not really sure if you want a full wig, if you want a topper, and keep in mind that in the wigs, there's going to be many different collections. Again, today was just beginner tips. However, you can go to our channel and look at all the different collections. Go to reneaparis.com and look at the 4 gorgeous styles that we just released. Just go. I tell you, if you haven't gone to reneaparis.com, there's so many beautiful videos, tutorials. It's wonderful. So I'm going to go quickly over alternatives. If you go and you're out and about and you just don't feel like you want to wear your wig, and there are days when I don't want to wear my wig. This is a halo. And this is designed to just be worn with hats and so forth. What I love about this is it comes with a little bang. So I'm going to go back to my hat here. Okay, so say for instance I'm putting this on and I'm not feeling really comfortable with the bang here. So you just remove the bang and then you just go about your day. And the other thing that's really important is when you're selecting wigs, you know, it took me a while to feel really confident in my wigs, but whenever you are picking your wigs, if you do have the opportunity to pick something that is for work, see, this would be like for my work hair. This would be work hair, what I would consider work hair. Or I'm hanging out on the weekend hair. Or I'm having a hot moment right now because I'm so young kind of hair. Keep in mind, these are available in different styles and different colors. These are synthetic, so they're just great. Now, what I love about these halos is that you can definitely change your hat options. Like the other is, oh my gosh, I forgot. The other option is if you don't want to wear your wig, you don't want to wear a halo, you don't want to wear a topper, you're just having that day which is great because we look great with or without hair. Let me show you what else you can do. Bear with my tag here. So you can also wear some of our Christine Headwear. This is a really nice option. Okay, see here where I don't have hair, I always just kind of pull hair there so that I feel more comfortable. Welcome to René Paris. Today we're going over just quick tips for beginners. Isn't this nice? This is from our Christine Headwear line. And then, my friends, if you just don't feel like wearing any of it, like if you just don't want to do the halo, you don't want to wear, you can just wear a beautiful turban or headwear from our Christine Headwear. Let me show you my favorite. And I actually do wear this at work sometimes and then at home. And again, if you want to see all the different pieces that we have, you can go to our website. There's so many different beautiful pieces in Christine Headwear, but this is one of my favorites because, you know, I love drama. I just love it. I just love all the glam, the glitter. If I could roll myself in glitter, I probably would. Okay, so look at this. Is this not beautiful? This is just beautiful. There are so many different options whenever you're a beginner. Again, when you're beginning your journey, whether it's fashion or medical, please keep in mind there's so many different things that we can go over. Sorry, I got something in my eyelash. There's so many different things that we can go over. And I just picked some of my things that I know that on an everyday basis, wherever we're at doing work with, whoever we're doing work with that day, the most important is what is going to make you feel comfortable. Is it going to be your everyday look that you have been wearing, which is beautiful? Or are you open to something entirely different? Are you open to change? So this is out of my comfort zone. However, I did have to finish with this piece because this is a red that I'm a little more, this is kind of warm, cool, in between for me. I can make it work because it may not be the best color for me. This is Irish Spice R. Then I want to finish off with just how to secure a wig. Okay, so another thing is when people come in and they've been told to cut all their hair off. Now, if you're losing your hair because you're under treatment and you are going to lose it, that's different from when someone guides you to just cut all your hair off. If it's just thinning, like my sister, someone encouraged her to just cut all her hair off, and I said, you don't want to cut your hair off, because let me show you what I do. Right here, I have baby hair, and I just take my baby hair and I just blend it in here, and it just helps me make every piece look even much more natural. See there? I've just taken a little bit of my baby hair and blended it in. I move this around to where it looks the most natural. Isn't this is a beautiful red. This is such a this has like a little flip going here. Isn't this gorgeous? Okay, so this would be out of my comfort zone. However, I would love to have this piece in my collection as well. What do you think? Which one has been your favorite? More importantly, did I cover all the basic questions for those of you that were sending me messages this morning? I hope I covered everything that you had questions about. And again, if you have questions that you would like for me to answer, please send us a DM. Okay, and I think I'm gonna just finish off with my favorite long hair, because I never wear long hair. However, this is probably my favorite piece. So if you can see here, this is my favorite piece. If I had hair that I just magically grew. What is this? I just love this one. So I hope I helped you with basic tips. Please remember that there are so many wonderful people everywhere that can help you with your journey. What was the name of the last? Okay, the last red piece was Lucy in Irish Spice R. Please make sure that if you have any questions on how to shampoo a wig and you actually want to see that done, we have tutorials. We have tutorials on different styling tips. Please make sure you go to reneaparis.com, our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you know when we're going live, and all our giveaways and all our fabulous information that goes out on a daily. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I am Daniella at Texas Wig Fairy. I will see you next week.